9 Android games have just received their Play scores this October 2017. The Play score is a standard rating that averages gamer and critic reviews. When a game only reaches the minimum requirement of critic or gamer reviews, it receives a provisional Play score. Number 9 is Geostorm. After a long string of delays, reshoots, and actual hurricanes, the Geostorm disaster film has gone through their own kind of disasters. But despite the movie's immutable tragedies, there's still at least one good thing that came out of it. And here it is. As far as movie tie-ins go, this puzzler perfectly captures the atmosphere of the film without giving in to convoluted plotlines and cliches. Put yourselves in the shoes of 3 different people in 3 different locations and try to put a stop to the coming apocalypse. The game plays and looks much like Square Enix's own Go series, with their own diorama-like cartoon environments and intriguing turn-based puzzles. Playing as members of the Dutch Boy Project, collect as much data as you can about the coming catastrophes and transmit them to the International Spaceship. It pits you against natural threats like tsunamis, hail, and lightning storms, and it's up to you to save the world. It has a provisional Play score of 7.45. Number 8 is Civil War 1864. Hex War Games feels the American spirit with this 3rd installment of their renowned strategy series, highlighting the events of America's Great Civil War, particularly in the year 1864. Put on your general hat and play as either Union or Confederates in a battlefield by God, politics, and religion. Like their previous titles, the game is a historical delight. This title sees the Union gaining ground against the Confederates with Ulysses Grant taking command of the entire army. While we might already know the results of these iconic battles, the game allows you to do a fair bit of revisionism. With new map features, units, and campaigns, you'll be able to turn the tides of battle, control the waterways, and hammer continuously against the opposition's armies in over 40 different missions, all in glorious HD. It's every bit as meticulous as you charge the battlefield and maneuver through the hexagon maps for the best strategic positions. History is yours to control, and it has a provisional Play score of 8.46. Number 7 is Stranger Things, the game. Another great tie-in has made it into this month's list. Whether or not you've finished binging on the sci-fi series' 2nd season, the Stranger Things 2 hype definitely still lives on. Released before the Netflix premiere, this retro adventure game gave us a taste of what's to come. Join Hopper and the adorable gang of mini-heroes as they venture around their mysterious 80s world. Traveling back to the year 1984, step inside the once quiet town of Hawkins and uncover the secrets behind its paranormal events. Much like the series, the game itself is wrapped in wonderfully retro visuals that capture the spirit of the decade. Think like the geeky main characters and use their unique skills to solve the puzzles scattered around the 8-bit world, collect Eggos, visit familiar locations, and decode the riddles of the Hawkins lab. While it's definitely a marketing tactic, it's also a well-crafted adventure game that both fans and non-fans can enjoy, and it has a Play score of 8.57. Number 6 is Underhand. Take a deep dive into Lovecraftian delights in this card game from Spoopy Games. While the chances of entering cults are slim, Underhand takes the next best step by making you your own leader, guiding you through the inner workings of a mysterious assembly. Your task is to manage your cult's resources using a deck of cards. Respond effectively to each card drawn to summon beasts from the depths and beyond. As simple as it is, it hides its own brand of strategic depth. React to the consequences that befall you and bring your cult to economic stability. It is heavily based on the Cthulhu lore, and it shows in their stunning hand-drawn visuals. But the best part is still the fact that it's entirely free. Cultivate resources and summon ancient deities without the hassles of ads or IAPs. Aside from a few bugs, it remains a unique and deeply enjoyable card game. It has a provisional Play score of 8.64. Number 5 is Love You to Bits. Crazy, cute, and emotional. This point-and-click adventure is sure to steal your heart. A tale that spans the whole universe. Follow the magnetic connection of 2 star-crossed lovers in a struggle to unite against all odds. Play as the newbie cosmic wanderer, Cosmo, as he roams from galaxy to galaxy to retrieve his robot girlfriend's parts. It's an unlikely pairing that will draw you closer with each passing second. Not only does the game warm your heart, it also stimulates your mind with all its mind-boggling puzzles. Jump from tiny planet to tiny planet and explore the 4 corners of their endlessly adorable world. Each colorful stage is populated by adorable extraterrestrials for you to meet. outsmart the bizarre creatures, and do what you can to bring back your robotic bow. An indie title that excels in visual storytelling, it receives a provisional play score of 8.98. Number 4 is Infiniroom. Endless Runners were the frontrunners of the mobile sphere, but with its increasingly oversaturated market, this game is one true standout title. Instead of the dizzying and ever-changing landscapes of most games, Infiniroom fits all the trappings of the formula into one evolving room. Take your pick from among their 4 characters and use their individual abilities to traverse the expanding arena. Flip, ignite, and zoom along with their quirky roster of characters. Randomness is key in this title. Despite the static to the environment, you'll have to sharpen your reflexes to avoid the obstacles that sprout from out of nowhere. Overcome laser beams, electric blocks, and the disorienting speeds to survive the ever-changing gauntlet of challenges. It's a sight for sore eyes and a refreshing experience for the tired Endless Runner enthusiasts. It has a provisional play score of 9.06. Number 3 is Dragon Hills 2. Set a few years after the first game, meet Rebel Twins' fearless little girl as she continues to break loose in this crazy action game. Filled with majestic mythical creatures like dragons and zombies, get ready to ignore all those questions and dive into the fun and fast-paced destruction. Run, jump, and slide off of mountains with your trusty mechanical dragon and fight to save humanity? Just like its original, everything is fully destructible, including the terrain, buildings, vehicles, and so much more. You have to conquer 21 massive towers and 3 completely different worlds to explore. Its easy and intuitive one-touch controls take you to a casually addictive experience. Hear every crack, boom, and roar and compete with your friends in its ever-expanding leaderboards. It has a provisional play score of 9.10. Number 2 is Into the Dead 2. Just in time for the spooky season, the sequel to the hit zombie action game from 2012 gets a fine new adventure in a bigger picture. If you look at its logo, you could tell they're going The Last of Us on this one. Guide a man separated from his family in a post-apocalyptic world filled with the undead. Save your family in a shooter/runner game where you evade from the clutches of the creeping zombies. Similar to the first game, you run and run until you find noticeable changes in your area. Find weapons along the way and blast off these pesky little buggers to their doom. Surprisingly, the story takes you to 7 action-packed chapters and hundreds of challenges, not to mention its multiple endings, quote-unquote. So, go into the dead and survive an ever-increasing zombie threat with its pristine visuals in this new and improved zombie experience. It has a provisional play score of 9.12. Number 1 is Dragon Project. Taking inspiration from Capcom's Monster Hunter franchise, this massive co-op action game from Japan takes you to places unknown to slay magnificent beasts. As a hunter, it's your task to eliminate monsters threatening to destroy your home. Gather your friends in its fast-paced one-finger combat and prove that the world needs more than just large weapons with your bravery. But the land is dangerous, monsters are overwhelming, difficult, and doing it alone can put you in great risk. Team up with 4 of your friends similar to Capcom's multi-awarded franchise. Forge new powerful weapons and cooperate with your buddies for that sweet, sweet combo. Surprisingly, it's a free game. But that doesn't mean everything is free. Microtransactions loom at every corner. Nonetheless, the game has intuitive controls and fast-paced combat. It receives a provisional play score of 9.18. You may get these games right now by clicking the links below.